Welcome to the CFG GameCast episode number 95, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Saturdays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and so much more. So show us some love. Give us a follow, a like, a comment, what have you on any of our podcast services out there, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Davis Green with CFG Games himself, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What's going on, my cyborg?
Oh, not too much. Been playing a lot. Oh, so many games this week. We beat The Village.
Village.
Yeah, Resident Evil The Village. We beat that. I'm working on Visage. Oh, and then we've been playing Down the Rabbit Hole, which was really cool. I don't really know how to explain it other than just it was amazing. It's a VR experience. Yeah. It's a VR experience. But it's a choose your own adventure in some parts of it. So we're going back and playing again, but my headset died. So that'll be fun to finish up next week. But yeah, I've been cranking out content this week, and I'm ready to keel over now. Okay.
Yeah, that's how. I don't know. Sometimes once you get into that zone, sometimes, man, it gets kind of, it's crazy. It's like it's actually, surprises yourself. Like we were saying. We have one of our streamer friends today that just streamed 20 something hours for no reason. It's like, it was just like, here you go.
You crazy doc. You crazy doc.
It's like, oh, it didn't feel like 8 hours. It doesn't feel like I've been on for 8 hours. I just wanted to just go until I'm tired. I'm like, what is going on? Mike, yeah, it's like, what'd you drink? You have like a lot of balls, energy drinks or stuff like that? I don't know.
Give me some of that energy. I'll take it.
Yeah. Balls. That's how it is. But what were you saying, Lex?
There was also that drink that we had that had they were like little orbits, I think was what the drink was called before the gum. There was a drink called Orbits, and it was clear and it would spiral and it had these little dots in it, and they were edible. They were like almost like a gummy texture.
I remember. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
yeah.
I totally do.
It was always at the top. Terrible. And it was glass, and my mom would never let me have one because it was in a glass container.
Wow, because your mom already knew. But you know who would have given you that drink if he was with you at that time?
I know who would have.
The 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty on the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It has been a busy week. I finished Mass Effect 1. Proud of myself. Got some more Metal Gear Solid 5 in this week, even though by that I literally spent like 3 hours just dying. We moved nowhere in the story, and it was very frustrating.
Nowhere at all?
Super frustrating.
So what happened?
I could not get past it. I just kept dying. I couldn't get past it, and then I got frustrated, and I was like, let's switch over to Destiny, and I started playing Destiny. That's how it played out.
When you got Dust into Destiny?
Yeah. No, he had already gotten into Destiny when we did Vault of Glass. When I did Vault of Glass the week before I streamed, and I actually did Vault of Glass twice that night. And I think that's when he was like, oh, I remember Vault of Glass. Forgot about Destiny. Let me check that out again. And he's back now. He's back, baby.
Oh my God.
So yeah. It has been a solid week of gaming. I feel quite accomplished. I loved Mass Effect. I'm excited to be able to go on to Mass Effect 2 and start playing. That it's a really good series. Again, I'm still surprised that it's taken me so long to play it. And then of course everything that's going on with E3 and all the announcements and stuff like that. So this is
other game that you were supposed to beat last year, you know.
Yeah, I got plenty of those.
Metal Gear.
Yeah. What about yourself, Davis? How was your week, brother?
You accomplished a lot except for Metal Gear, apparently. But
no, that was just a waste of time. That turned into a waste of time.
Oh man, no, it's very crazy. I would say, it was pretty just been busy as always. So it was actually kind of cool. Did you like? I wasn't sure. So like, I know Smitty and I got press credentials for E3, but like, did you do any Zoom calls with any of the groups and stuff on the back end sides? Because like, I was swamped with that last week. Like, so
did you do a bunch of those?
Yeah, I did a bunch of them. I was just like, oh, okay, so let me go talk to these people, then start doing that. I just wasn't sure how it was for you.
No, and I had reached out to some people, and I did a couple of them with some people and stuff like that. But we're still trying to set up to be able to possibly get some stuff going this week or this coming up week after announcements and stuff like that. So I was more interested in the being able to talk about the stuff after event as opposed to the speculating and stuff like that. So that's going to be my focus, is grabbing these people after we get these drops and stuff. So I've already put the messages out to people and stuff like that. Like, hey, would love to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
me back.
basically
so,
the whole business spiel. Yeah, that's basically what I was doing too. Yeah, so like I've been basically I've been swamped doing that most of this time. Was going through most of the work, just talking to folks and stuff, talking to companies and groups and stuff. It's been pretty fun for the most part. I was surprised about what's in store with some of these groups. Like, I didn't even know, like, for instance, you know, the OtterBox, the phone case company now has a gaming division. That's what I was like.
Yeah, I know. That was very surprising. That was very surprising and shocking.
Yeah, so
so
I was talking to these people, and then they actually had something that totally blew my mind. That I was like, wow, no one's done this before, and they're the ones that figured it out. So they have a thing called a hot swappable power supply or a battery pack for your Xbox One, Xbox 360 controller. So basically what it means is that, like, when you could take the power, you could take the battery out of the battery out of the controller. You have a minute before your controller dies, but it still has reserve power, and then easily just swap it in with the new one. So you will never have to use a USB charger again on the for this thing. So
that's kind of nice.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, man, that is so crazy. It's like, I definitely need to. Yeah, so I reached out. I asked, "Hey, can y'all send us a review of it, a copy of this? Because I would love to take a look and mess around with it." And then they're like, "Okay, yeah." So I was like, "Yeah, I mean, but that's what I was doing."
Give it to Mrs. Grumpy Hands over here. I'll tell you if it's a good controller or not.
Yeah, because like for me, I like to have a wireless controller because I hate the controller. Eventually, the cable eventually gets weak and then it slips out. Yeah, so if I can have a controller where I could just have the dongle, have a second pack that's in reserve, and it's like, oh, battery's about to die, swap it easily, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done after that point. Yeah, so it's been great, man. Like I've been doing that. I had to once again take some time off from streaming for the most part, so I didn't really play a lot. I did play like one day of Judgment, but other than that, like my streaming this week has been pretty much shot. But hopefully next week I'll be coming back to normal. You know.
I was curious because I didn't see you on, but sometimes my Twitch is weird and only shows me certain people. But I didn't see you on all week. I was curious. So.
Yeah, you probably just need to take me off your blacklist.
Boom. Boom. Truth comes out.
You get me in trouble. I'm clear. Stop it. I'm going to get yelled at by somebody. They're going to think you're telling.
It's like he's on the band hammer.
Line out his hootenanny. I don't know what he's talking about.
But I know y'all don't want to be talking about the E3 stuff that we're experiencing on the back end side. So let's just get onto it with the normal rigmarole that we normally do. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion from the previous week. The topic would or could be something that happened in the gaming industry or something that happened in a specific game itself. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and watchers of the stream on Twitch, YouTube, and on Facebook Live to be a part of the conversation. If you have something that you wanted to chime in about what we're talking about, by all means, type it inside the chat. We would love to discuss it with you while on air. So let's get this party started. I will go first this time. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this the other day. It's been a while for me to go first.
It has.
It has been.
Yeah. It's been a bit. So feels good. Feels good.
Get it.
But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to be talking about, what is up, Donk? How you doing? I'll be talking about something that's going to be, that I'm actually surprised I'm talking about, because usually I don't care for the most part, but I'm now starting to be like, you know what? They know how to pick their games, and they know what they needed to do to release these things. So, Arcade1Up is a company, it's a company that's been slowly growing throughout the past, I think it's only been around for only 5 years, but it's been growing like crazy. They said they just sold their 2 millionth arcade box just this year, and I'm like, my God, it's only been about 5 years. But the thing that I have to commend them on is that they know the IPs that people are interested in wanting to play. Last year the big one was the Marvel IP. It was Marvel the Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel, the fighting games that's been around, that's been out in the open for the longest time, but no one has seen it in a long time. But this time around, they're at it again. This year, Arcade1Up are releasing some crazy new cabinets for sale, and it's going to be really cool. So they just announced, just this week alone, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time arcade machine. Yeah, but now there is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade machine already. It came out 2 years ago. The difference with this one and the other one is that this one is you can play co-op via Wi-Fi on it. So now they have Wi-Fi connection. Yeah, so all the new cabinets are Wi-Fi, so you can actually play with other people to have Arcade1Up machines and play Wi-Fi in their own rooms and stuff like that. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's really cool. I don't think they say much about it. But yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one is good. They upgraded it to that, and it comes with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, which is the original 2, I believe, that came out. And they also had what's it called? X-Men. The X-Men 4-player arcade machine is coming too, which is another one. Also online, also wireless. This is a super rare game. I have an original 6-player arcade cabinet of this game, and that thing is a tank. It is huge. To say that you could have this for even half the size, and it's not 100 pounds lighter than everything else, it is going to be. It's perfect. So yeah, so I'm a believer in that, and I was like, wow, okay, so you get definitely good. Then the next one, which is surprisingly, they're calling it the Street Fighter 2 Big Blue arcade machine, which has the most random games I have ever seen on it. You'd think it to be just games and stuff, but or just Street Fighter games. But dude, this game let me see if I can find the list of this. Yeah, here we go. It says Street Fighter 2. It comes with Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Puzzle Fighter 2, which if you don't know what that is, it's a chibi version of the Street Fighter characters.
Hilarious.
Darkstalkers 1, 2, and 3, Saturday Night Slam Masters, which is a wrestling game that Capcom made in the 90s, Knights of the Round, which is a side-scrolling action game, Eco Fighters, have no idea what that is, Capcom Sports Club, and Muscle Bomber Duo. This thing is all over the place. It has 12 games that you could choose from from this. Wow. So I was like, holy crap, dude. So they're just on it, man. They've been going crazy. But the big reveal, unfortunately I don't have a screenshot of it, I couldn't find any videos or anything of it, is that they're bringing the Simpsons arcade machine back. So they're also bringing a smaller version of the Simpsons arcade machine, 4 players, and also online capable to be playing online as well. So I was like, holy crap, they are just going ham on this, dude. So yeah, funny you mentioned that. Spider-Man Avengers is actually there's an Avengers arcade game machine that they're planning on making, that they're going to be making soon. I will not be surprised if that game comes out on there, Monkey Blood. So yeah, so but the downside of it is the price. Because the prices of this
get me all excited. I can't afford it. Thanks,
dude,
Dad.
I will throw money at this.
Dude, the Ninja Turtles. Okay, so if the Ninja Turtles complete for one of these 4-player cabinets it's about $600. It's $600 from what I've seen. Same thing for the Big Blue. Yeah, same thing for the Big Blue. So basically, you're paying more for like more than a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series S for these machines. So I'm just like so my strategy is usually I'll wait till vendors like Walmart, Target, all these groups get it. Then once they discount it down, and then wait for a discount for it to come down, and then maybe it's my time to shine to pick it up. But yeah, it's Monkey Blood says it best. The price gets a Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it is.
I think you're right. The way to do it is to wait till it goes to a third-party retailer and then get it on sale. But dude, I remember playing The Simpsons in the arcade.
Me too. This is the one where he's on the skateboard right out the gate, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Like, this is freaking classic. I have to have it at some point in time. I don't know how we'll go about, but yeah, like all these, like they do such a good job of just taking these old nostalgic games, and now these people that we grew up on these games, now we got jobs and whatnot, so they're like, hey, why don't you own a cabinet? And you're like, you're right, why don't I own a cabinet? But yeah, that it's not one that obviously you have to go and get like right when it drops, although I'm sure there's people that are going to go out and do that, because there's always people. I'm more of the variety of wait till there's a sale or something, find it on sale, and then I'll scoop it up. But I will be actively looking.
Oh, yeah. You should. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize how many games that they had either in other cabinets. Like the X-Men one, I remember playing that in arcade. Like, I'm like, what, dude? Like, that is out? That is a thing?
You know what?
I need to figure it out.
I am so sorry. I think it's not the only game that X-Men the cabinet has.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that game it has 3 games. Let me see. Marvel.
Monkey, you want to buy me a cabinet?
Let's see.
What's that?
It definitely.
Here it is. Okay, it says Captain. Okay, so. You can play X-Men the arcade game. It's Captain America and the Avengers, and the Avengers in Galactic Storm. Those are all 3 games are inside that X-Men arcade cabinet.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
nice to think that some of them come with more than just one games too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think almost all of them come with more than one game. I think
most of them do. Most of them do. They have an NBA Jam machine too. That's just NBA Jam.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that. Which that brings back fond memories as well.
Oh God, he's on fire from downtown.
Just give it a good try. Give it a good college try.
Give it a good college try. That's exactly it. I'm sorry, Lex. We were cutting you off, but what were you saying? What were you going to say before?
Right. Oh, it's okay. I'm just thinking of how to rob a bank so then I can buy said cabinets for my house. So if anyone is looking to hit a button so I can sneak in the back, you let me know.
Boom, shakalaka.
That's what I'll say when I kick the door in.
That's exactly it. Just kick the door.
Open that safe right now.
I've
got a dog and I'll use it.
I need exactly $650.
Yeah.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Oh my God.
These are awesome though. I love what they've got going on with the stuff in the game. Bring it back.
Dude, when I was a kid, I had to find a stool, which was always hard at the arcade because you know that one kid was always sitting on the freaking stool, wouldn't let you have it. Yep. Find a stool, and I'd have to sit, but I would elevate my butt off the chair like this much so I could play the games, and my arms were still up here. I loved it though, because like I couldn't stand to like sit on my knees, and play. Oh, but man, and they're short, so they're like my size. Someone should just get me one. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'll put it right
I
here.
think they have Rampage too. Like, remember playing Rampage?
Yeah.
I know, I love that game.
So,
Like, they got all the games. I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't know, like, who's the guy who's saying, okay, we want to talk to these people to,
But it's one up
yeah.
there.
I mean, no, seriously. I mean, like, they are, these people must be like, okay, we want the IPs for this to allow us to play. Like, for instance, a Marvel vs. Capcom 1 cabinet last year was was not even in my head. Like, I would not even think that they would ever do something like that, and they did. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. But now they're bringing back, like, old school Konami titles, like, the old school Konami fighting games that happened in the 90s. Like, you know what? Like, I will not be surprised next year, because the one game I wanted to say, like, I would probably say, I was like, okay, they got my money on this, is if they can give me a game, a 4-player Sunset Riders. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, Sunset Riders was a 4-player multiplayer game that was fun as hell. And it is something. Yeah, I would love to see
gun ones.
To see that. Yeah, it was like a gun shooting one, but it was like kind of like Contra, but it was but you could play with 4 players. You had like a dude that had a shotgun. You had a guy who had pistols that shot in one certain angle. Yeah, like I loved. Yeah, that like if they make a Sunset Riders cabinet like that, would love to do it. But yeah, but The Simpsons is like a classic. Simpsons was one of those ones that would be like, okay, we gotta play it. I mean, there's no way. I mean, like,
was there? You can access it. You were gonna play it. I would dump all my quarters into that game.
Yeah, that game was good. Sure. Alien vs Predators is another one too. I would love to play an Aliens vs Predator. The arcade. Sick. Yeah, the one that Capcom made back in the day. But yeah, these are like classic games, man. Like, now you could play this. They did do a release of the Simpsons arcade game on the PS3. So I don't know if they removed it out of their store, but I bought it. I remember when I had the chance. But like but I know that still that there is a possibility of it. So the Punisher and Nick Fury, hell yeah, dude, that was a great one. That was on Sega, the original Sega. Oh my god, yes, yeah.
I had it.
Oh, you did? See, there you
go.
One of the best games, though, too, I would say, side-scrolling action games. But yeah, so guys, if you don't know what Arcade1Up is, just keep an eye out with like Arcade1Up. Go take a look. If you go to the store, just take a look at it, see if the prices are very steep. Not gonna lie. But there are times when you can get it lucky and buy these machines for like about as low as $50. So but keep that in mind. Yeah, but when they discontinue them, they try to. The stores usually clearance them out, and then they so they're trying to get rid of them. So like when they try to get rid of them, that's when you want to go get them.
I feel like
but
those getting me excited.
Yeah.
The next 10 years, I have to wait.
So that's So you won't wait that long. You say that now. You say that
True.
now, but we'll see.
I forget about it here in like a couple days.
Right?
You know, what?
Like, huh? Okay, cool. All right, Lex.
Yeah.
What is your topic? What are you bringing to the table?
You know I'm a cartoon fanatic. When Cuphead, I love cartoons. I am a huge, and people are like anime. I'm like, well, anime's fine, but I'm a cartoon enthusiast. I always have been. I just love it.
Same.
I think also because I was in a studio a lot with my dad, and he would record jingles or sound effects for cartoons that aired on our local television. And so, my love started early. Cuphead's coming out with a show. Netflix released a trailer, and I lost my mind. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't beat Cuphead. I suck, okay? I will tell you right now, for whatever reason, Cuphead and me, we don't get along. I have to have a carry. But they're coming out with a show, and I'm really excited. Because the story, when the game starts up, it tells you the initial story. And it's very interesting. And so
Cuphead's
to see where they could take that. Yeah. Oh yeah. But look at how clean those lines are. Oh my god.
The animation looks super clean.
It's kind of weird because they're trying to make it look like Cuphead, like the show, the animation from like the 30s, right? I mean,
that's what Cuphead is based off of, though.
Yeah.
Like the original, like that's the whole cartoon like that whole aesthetic, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what they're looking for, is that 1920s, 1930s cartoonish, almost like silent type, but you hear sound effects. And that's what it looks like to me. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Those are my favorite cartoons. I have a huge DVD set of over 200 cartoons from all different countries. I will watch
Classics.
them all the time. The classics, you name it. You want Italian cartoons, I've got them. Like, I just, they're so good. And sometimes watching, I can't freaking wait. I'm just excited, okay?
I can't
Is
see
this
what
on
that.
Netflix? When do you?
It doesn't have
No
a
official
date.
date as of yet.
No,
Okay.
they've been working
No.
on this for the past like 2 years actually. So
Yeah.
they've been working on it for a while because like I remember I reached out to Netflix. I really wanted to talk to the one of the voice actors, but they never heard back. I never heard back. But but yeah, these people, but they've been wanting to do this for a long time. But like, so I mean, Netflix is starting to get kind of crazy with their animation. Like, like, did you see the new He-Man trailer?
Yes.
That looks crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the heck that was, because I didn't watch that as a show, as a kid.
He-Man. I never liked
No,
He-Man.
I watched Max.
Mask. I remember Mask. Mask was
Well,
tight.
Max was badass, but Max, like the little kid, and he would go on adventures, and he had like all the people with him.
Are you talking about Mighty Max?
Yes.
Oh, with the
I
owl
saw
and then
it.
Virgil and
Mighty
yeah, Mighty Max. Yeah,
And then I remember the cartoon with the purple evil villain house with the skull on the outside, but that's it.
He-Man.
That's what I
That was
remember.
He-Man, wasn't it?
That sounds
Was
like
it?
He-Man.
I don't
That
know.
was
I
Skeletor.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I never was a big fan of
It was after Tales from the Crypt.
No, see, no. Mighty Max was my favorite show. Well, remember? Okay, dude. Okay, so let's go let's carbon date all ourselves here. You remember back in the day when Polly Pocket, the little small things with Polly Pocket and stuff.
Yes!
Okay, so Mighty Max was the same thing. Yeah, Mighty Max is the same thing, but it was for guys.
Yeah.
There was a boys version, there was a girls version.
Yes.
So that's what Mighty Max was.
I do remember Mighty Max.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a show, but I remember the toys.
Yeah, the show was
and
interesting.
that toy was around the same time with the creepy crawlers and like the Easy Bake Oven. And let me tell you, ladies, if you got that Easy Bake Oven, you screwed yourself, girlfriend. Because creepy crawlies was where it was at. It came out every time, nothing ever broke, and you never burned yourself. It was easy peasy, and you had gross little things to throw at people. You're welcome.
Yes. but overall though, I think Cuphead is I think Cuphead naturally is a very good transition for a live action show or animated show. I think
that'd be terrifying if it was live action.
That would be terrifying.
That would be nightmare fuel.
Oh my god. You remember the old school California Raisin commercials? That's how I would look like it was live action.
No,
that's how it would look like.
Those.
That would have been creepy.
Yes.
Yeah, but
very creepy.
I really wanted to see where they're going to go with it. They are actually, and then studio, I think it was MHDR or MHMR. I can't remember the name of the studio that did Cuphead. They were very close in ties with these people. Yeah. I'm surprised. You know what I'm surprised about? I'm surprised that they haven't said anything about like a Cuphead 2.
Game wise.
Yeah, game wise.
It's been a little bit now, right?
Yeah. The problem with Cuphead was that it was hand drawn. A lot of it was hand drawn.
Yeah.
So they're going to take
so
their
is
time.
this. If you look at it, you can see. I mean, obviously there are parts where it's not, but like you can see where it's hand drawn in here, and it's just so beautiful. I mean, hey, the proof's in the pudding. Like you can tell when somebody's really put their heart and soul into something, and just by seeing this little snippet, I lost my mind. I was so excited. I love, my mom made fun of me all through high school. Well, you're not a little kid. You're watching cartoons. And guess what? I got to do voiceovers later on. So on her. But I don't know. There's just something about it. It's not like it makes you feel like a little kid. It's just, if it's a good storyline, it hooks you in. Why not? That's what I like. I've always been a huge cartoon enthusiast. I'm so excited. It almost reminds me, and this will outdate you guys. I think it was my dad's era when Casper the Friendly Ghost cartoon was the original. That's what this drawing reminds me of. It's obviously a lot brighter in color, for reasons. But yeah, it reminds me of that, and that was one of my favorites. My dad could only find 3 episodes. I have them, but I have it. Yeah,
Casper is not that rare. It's not that hard to find.
No, it was hard to find the TV show. Like, there's not that many episodes. Cause there were more episodes aired that were actually like put into like production. It's not that like easy to find all of them.
I'm not saying that they have
classic one.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they have all of them there, but I do know that there has to be more than just
the main episode. He's kind of like riding off into the moonlight almost because nobody wants to be his friend. None of the animals at night want to be his friend. It's actually really sad. It's not
actually
like
basically what
fun cartoon.
That's what most of Casper's episodes were. It's like he's trying to find the friend. They run away from him because they're afraid, and then they find at the end of the episode they find that one person that's interested and doesn't care that he's a ghost and he died a horrible, horrible death, and he's a child.
So it's a child. Basically.
They're like ghost. That's basically what it was every time. And then there's the way that they ran away from him was always something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
let me ask: is the story for this? Is the story like for Cuphead? Is it a solid story? Like, is there sustainability within being able to do this, or is this going to be like a 1 season type of show?
It can go for multiple seasons. So basically, the storyline is the man singing is singing at a casino. They're in a casino. So Cuphead was dumb. He basically got a loan and he gambled all the money away, and now he has to not get basically like work for the casino and collecting the other debts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he sold his soul. He sold his soul
to the devil that also owns that casino.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of characters. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that they could utilize. I mean, this guy alone could have 6 episodes just to himself because he's intriguing. But yeah, no, there's a lot to Cuphead, and I think, and as long as they stick to a good path, just one solid line, like this is our end goal, I think it'll be great.
I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a short 3 or 4 seasons. I mean, that's what normally the length.
They can't afford to keep drawing like that. There's no way. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
They're not doing full hand drawn.
It's not a full hand drawn. No,
I don't believe that they're doing full hand drawn, because if they did, it would take them forever. But I bet you it could last about 3 seasons. If it's a short series, it's like about 6 to 8 episodes. Yeah, they could do it. I mean, overall. But Day Night says Cuphead haven't beat it. Game made me rage.
Tell me about it.
Sounds interesting. Game was like the game. Oh, I have clips of me just being so annoyed when I killed a guy and I still died and stuff.
Yeah.
This is like a long time ago. Great game. It's a great game.
It's good.
Yeah. So. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard.
Put myself through that, dude.
It's not like
through that. You saw what happened with me in Metal Gear, dude.
Metal Gear's a different. Metal Gear's is a different story. That's a sandbox that you decided to make it as hard as you want it to be.
Yeah.
You're the one that's like, I need to get every single person I see on the map, and then they need to recruit them for me. That's on you. That's the way you want to play. You can skip some of these places.
I should just be killing people, shouldn't I? I should just be killing people in that.
That, or just not going to those areas at all. Because like you hit these checkpoints. You don't have to go to these checkpoints. You can just go.
I do. Like there's no main mission for me any longer.
I need to see what you're doing, because like I don't know where you're at all. You like probably you do. All I see every time
it's happened.
Every time I see you play
somewhere.
Yeah, every time I see you play, it's like you're just going and getting guys. That's what every time.
Meandering around.
Yeah, meandering around. I don't know what you're doing at all. It's like, oh, it's just Smitty being Smitty. Oh my God.
Having a good time.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think Cuphead's definitely gonna be a fun one to watch. I can't wait to check it out. to check it out. It's not, but like I don't think that it's as bad as y'all say it is. It's not like Dark Souls.
No,
bad.
I don't say it's bad. No, the game is good. I just can't beat it. I can't use my. I'm bad with a controller. We know this. If I could play it peacefully with my two hands flat, I'd knock it out of the park.
You need a joystick. You really need a joystick.
I know.
That's what you need. Most of these things. There's the main objective.
But the thing is I squeeze really hard and I push down, so then I hurt myself anyways.
Yeah.
That sounds bad. Oh God!
I think Smitty the problem is I don't know where Smitty's at. Like Smitty is like when I see Smitty play Metal Gear, it's like he's just somewhere doing something, but I don't know exactly what that something is. It's the problem.
Maybe he doesn't.
I usually show the mission. But there's just no main mission on there. I think maybe I need to go back to Mother Base or something.
We're missing something. I think something has to be something like that. Because like if you're just doing missions, if you're just meandering like that, then there's something that you have to activate. Obviously,
yeah, you're right.
So yeah, but look into it.
I was having that kind of issue last night too.
There's also possibilities. There's times where you have to upgrade your base though too. So it's possible that you need to do something like that. So yeah, but like
is that code word for something?
No, just means exactly what it is. He needs to upgrade his base.
Okay. Got it.
So
yeah. Well, it's kind of annoying though, because sometimes it doesn't put you. It doesn't clearly tell you what you need to do to move forward. And then I'm that type of person that like if I don't get that instruction, I'll just do things until something else happens, and I don't realize that I have to do the specific thing.
This whole time.
Forward. Yeah, this whole time. So I've just been wasting time. Like, all right, I need to take some time and take a look and see exactly what it is that they want from me to be able to move forward in the story.
Well, we'll figure it out. If not, Lex is going to be $100 richer. Smitty. It's like
it's okay.
Yeah, I'm finishing it, dude. You guys don't realize it.
What do you
don't realize it? But I am gonna finishing it.
You're closing us off. What you got? What you bringing to the table, buddy?
Yeah. So I thought this was kind of interesting. You don't hear very much as far as like Facebook, but they recently made another acquisition of the Seattle-based company Big Box VR. Now, Big Box VR did the first-person VR game called Population 1, and I think I've seen people play it before, past, but I didn't like it. Like, I think the biggest thing to me is just these moves that Facebook is making. You know, them being they distribute Oculuses and whatnot. So for them to acquire, again, another solid VR company, they've been making more and more purchases, and I feel like it's kind of gone under the radar a little bit as far as what they're trying to do. And I think it's really smart of them to be working in this niche, of the gaming world, trying to build on that, because I feel like, it's something that not a lot of people are doing, and they're trying to get a foothold, but not just directly in gaming like that, but VR gaming. So I think this is, that's crazy, man. They did this, terms weren't disclosed, but Big Box raised $6.5 million, according to Crunchbase, with the funding from Shasta Ventures, Outpost Capital, and some other people. So I just wanted to bring this up because I thought, I remember seeing somebody play this game, and to have this is a battle royale game, so to be able to have something in VR, yeah, exactly. Like I was like, dude, that's such a smart move. Even if they get because I have very much for the longest time been very skeptical of VR. So I feel like now they're starting to get to a place where it really is a legitimate and viable platform and way to be able to play games. They actually have things now for consumers to want to go out and play it and get things and stuff like that. So, I love seeing this. I'm in that area now where it's just like, well, do I get something like that? Because if I get an Oculus, then you are stuck into the Facebook ecosystem. Is that correct?
No.
Or am I?
Yeah, you're yeah, because you have to have a Facebook account to get into the to log into the Oculus now. Like,
Oh, for this particular game or just in general?
No, I
if
mean
you're using
Oculus in general.
if you're using an Oculus, you have to have a Facebook. You have to have a Facebook account. But
No. Well,
that's where it comes down to. Yeah.
Because
But,
I did Oculus twice last week, but I don't. It does help me with like the loading in and everything. But no, I agree. I think this game looks awesome. I mean, I'd play it. Down the Rabbit Hole is great. I've been waiting for. I'm glad we got we got gifted the Oculus when we did, because now it's to a point where I can still sit in my chair. Because fun fact, I know I look absolutely normal, but I have a metal plate in my head. I have a toy that when I hit, well, it's not a toy, a shunt, and when I hit the wall, because I'm playing an Oculus, and all of a sudden I lose my senses. It sounds like I break a toy in my head. So I have to be really careful about how I go about things. And it's just, I mean, this week I was blown away with what I was doing down the rabbit hole. And this, I mean, you're climbing buildings and jumping and flying and doing all of that. Stop it.
You're a flight risk when you're wearing VR. I know that, but like the
I am a flight risk.
where it comes down to like
my hands go in trash cans on accident. I run into the wall.
Yeah,
it's bad.
I've never really I've never been on the VR train because I never really got it. And it's funny because it's funny because my friend the other day was telling me, it's like, are you ever planning on getting VR? And I'm like, nah, the games that I've seen, they still feel like demos, not like true games. But then he kind of opened my eyes a little bit. He like says, Davis, last time you like played an Oculus of 3D game was in 2016, and I'm like,
right.
Oh wow, you're right. It's like, how are the games now?
Changed.
And then he says, like, yeah, things have changed quite a bit. And to now, I mean, now seeing this, like, this kind of game itself, I mean, like showing legitimate, like, you know, VR, like the VR, I say that 10 times fast. Is very cool. Very cool to see, I will say. It's still not enough for me to be like, you know what, I need to get one quite, but I will say that there is something there. I will say now that I can see, I think there's something there that could definitely be improved on. Although I do have a question, did they say how much they bought the studio for? Like,
they said it was undisclosed.
Yeah, because like that's
so they did not disclose how much it costs.
They either screwed them or they got a lot of money.
And I mean, they got a ton of money though too. And like, I feel like as far as them within the gaming space, it's the right move to make to then acquire publishers that have been working in this space, and then, you know, get these publishers underneath their umbrella, have them start putting out games, and then Facebook now turns into a viable gaming company that their primary function is VR games. Kind of like you're saying, I'm the same way. It's like, you know, there's not really content out there for it. But like the more, like the years have gone by and they're doing more and more things and stuff has gotten a lot better as far as with VR. Like I would love to do like something in space in
Crew
VR.
with me. There's a Star Trek bridge crew in VR, and you sit down, you pick who you want to be. You want to be a captain, lieutenant, a science officer, whatever, and you sit down and you freaking do it. I'll be Data. Let's go.
See,
you'll be Data.
I would absolutely be on board with that. Look at that. This is crazy. Did you just cry? Or he just won.
He's crying?
He just won.
He's crying.
No,
crying.
He just climbed up the ladder and
stuff
like
I saw
that. Like,
and crying.
See, my problem
crazy,
would be I'd be like flattening myself onto the floor like an idiot. No, this is dangerous in Lex's hands.
Watch Lex like jump out of watch Lex like it's like she's jumping out of a tower and she literally jumps out just belly flops down.
She belly flopped out the window.
Did it again. Yeah, this is dangerous.
Yeah, this is really impressive to me.
I think it's
yeah.
I think it's a good move. I mean, like, even though the look of it still looks kind of like, you know, I mean, it's still VR. I mean, it still looks kind of, you know, the graphical wise is not that impressive, but But the technology is there. At least you can say that the technology is now there, and it's going. This is the, like you're saying, this is definitely a viable stepping stone opportunity for future, future possibilities and plans. And I mean, there's nothing. There's no better way to really look at it, you know. So I
Squadron
think
in VR was a great. That would have been dope. That would be super hard though.
I don't understand why Squadrons wasn't in VR. That would have been amazing. Was Squadrons in VR?
That's what I'm saying, right? In VR was great.
Oh,
really hard.
Well, yeah. So I can imagine like someone who could easily get motion sickness in that game, but that would be like. It's like you're flying upside down and you're like spinning and all this crazy. Then you do the stream lights when you're going into over like a hyperdrive and all. It's like, oh my god.
Right. That's what I would be afraid of. I don't know how well I would do playing VR for very long, or even you know what I mean, like.
You have to do like a 30-minute interval for a couple times, and then you're good. My first time playing VR, I played for 30 minutes, and then later that day, I ended up playing for 8 hours. I felt a little funny the next day, but it wasn't that bad. But that 30-minute warm-up with like a 2-hour like in between, where, you know what I mean, I didn't, like my body didn't freak out, was perfect. I then, it wouldn't stop. It kept saying I was 6'2", and I wasn't.
That's good.
And I was trying to play a game, and it was amazing. Yeah, great.
The game literally is saying that's impossible. You can't be smaller than that. That's how the game is telling you.
You're 6'2".
You're 6'2".
Well, that was like Paranormal Activity too, so you have to like grab this book, and I couldn't. No. I'm punching the floor, and I didn't know. My buddy's like, "Dude, my roommates are home. Like, I'm sorry," and so like I had to like sneak around, put my arm through like the banister, and like pull the book out, and it got stuck. So I was like, "Oh, give me the fuck." It was rough. Those days are now gone though, which is pretty fantastic. So
because your roommate didn't invite you over anymore because of it. Like, don't worry, we fixed it. She's not here anymore.
And I'm very aware of that. This was the first Oculus, not this one.
Oh yeah, I remember.
No, we tried. We reset it. We did everything. We turned it off. We turned it on. We put it back to like. He did everything.
I remember you playing what's it called, Saber. Saber.
Oh, Beat Saber.
Yeah, Beat Saber, and I'm like, wow.
I thought I was 6'2".
Yeah, that was freaking hilarious.
I was good at it. I play at here. I kick butt. The boys can't beat my score.
You said it was the best game ever. It really is. It's really the simplest game on VR, but it's so much fun. And you could, it's like infinite uploads. I mean, so many people do so much different things on it.
I don't know how to do the uploads, but yeah.
The uploads.
To get like the songs that other people make.
Yeah, you can upload other people's songs and you can play them on your thing. It's in
there's there's a program, and like basically like Davis writes a pop song, I put it into the program, and then I do like, okay, so this one's gonna be to the beat, right? So like to the bass beat, and then the hi-hat. And then with the guitar riff comes in here, I'm gonna do 2 more there. Does that make sense? And then like they do a layout, and then they push it out to the internet, and you can download it.
Wow. Yeah.
But if you play something like that and it's a copyrighted song, obviously you run into issues.
Yeah,
but
that's if you're streaming it, which most people kind of.
Yeah, I don't stream it, so I just play it.
It's usually kind of fun on its own. So for the most part, that's cool.
Streaming it, yeah.
So
this is a cool one. Yeah,
that's definitely a cool idea.
We'll see. I'm gonna keep my eye on that space though, dude, just to see like. Again, I feel like I haven't really heard much about any of this stuff, so it's cool to see that they're making moves and doing things and stuff like that. So, yeah,
very much so. Yeah. Hey, Lex.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the week?
Great question. Tomorrow we have our thing. So I have to go to bed really early, which means right after this. And then Monday and Wednesday I'm gonna play, I think, more down the rabbit hole. Thursday for the month of June for Pride Month, I'm playing Tell Me Why, which we all end up singing the Backstreet Boys song.
Tell me why.
Yeah. So playing some spooky games, Visage on Fridays. I'm streaming 7 days a week now. Because
Nice.
Sunday nights I'm also playing with Ducky. Oh my god. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Well, try not to burn yourself out. Jesus.
Okay.
Dang, that's crazy. Okay, let me get you.
What are you doing, guys? What is happening?
What about for you, Smitty? What do you got up to this week?
You know what it is? All the E3 action and stuff, and then some more Destiny 2, and hopefully moving forward some more in Metal Gear Solid 5. But those are my big. There is a.
Are you going to stream Mass Effect 2?
Game. Huh?
Are you gonna stream Mass Effect 2?
I don't know if I'm gonna stream it or not.
Just do one day. Just do one day and see what you think.
I need to go back and do the rest of the side mission stuff from the first one. Because I didn't. Once I got into the end cycle, like I was there, and I couldn't go back. I didn't realize you couldn't go back and finish up the other stuff. Like I saved it before I hit that cycle. To go back and then run through, get all the rest of the side missions, and then run through the end. And do it again. So, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, you got to think, I only stream twice a week. So it's like,
that is true.
Me, it's like, if I'm doing Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm also trying to squeeze in, Mass Effect. I'm never going to finish Mass Effect 2. It'll take me forever to actually finish it.
What if you just do a one-off of Mass Effect?
I could always do that. Just, things off and whatnot. See how it goes. So
definitely.
Yeah.
That's pretty
what about you, man? What you got going on?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, tomorrow we are going to be doing some more E3 coverage over on my over on CFG's page. So we are going to be doing some more. So it's going to be Microsoft and Bethesda in the morning. Then the Square Enix presents, and then after that the WB showcase, which shouldn't be that long after that. But then on Monday, man, get this. I'm to catch up for all the games I've been, the streaming days I've been missing. I've been on the fence if I wanted to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, the Intergrade, which I probably am going to do. I'm going to try it on the first 3 days of this week.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I totally snagged that up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to do I'm going to do Intergrade for the first 3 days of the week, Monday through Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I'm going to be playing Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, for that day. Then on Friday, I'm going to be starting my training. I'm going to be starting my training for Guilty Gear Strive, for Strive, because there's a tournament that we're going to be doing. We got BujiCon tournament that we are hosting, and I'm going to win it. I'm going to win Guilty Gear Strive. Yeah, so
you heard it here first, y'all.
I made this tournament. I made this tournament so it could increase my ego for that game. That's what I did that for.
Opie's leaving. She's like, I'm out. No.
So definitely stay tuned on that. We're gonna be we're playing some awesome streams and stuff later throughout the week. So definitely check us out then too. So, whoo boy, guys. Yeah. Thank you for listening to episode number 95 of the CFG GameCast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation, as always. We will be back again next weekend on the recording, but if you did miss this episode live, that's okay. We will put it on all podcast services on Monday, like on Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, any sources. So there's absolutely no reason you cannot hear our sexy voices. So definitely check us out there. Give us a like, a follow, comment, what have you on any of those services. That does go a long way for us. But or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, for everything, like the whole package of all the stuff that we like to do through in pop culture geekyhood. So this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing off. Y'all take it easy.
Bye. What you boofing at?